What's up, everybody? My name is Anthony Perfetto, and today I have the CSGO editor for Half-Life TV, or as many of you know it as, HLTV. He's been working tirelessly over the last few years in order to deliver content for them, and I think, honestly, he's pumped up their quality quite a lot ever since he joined them. You guys might already know him, but I'm going to introduce him anyway. Or maybe I should just let him introduce himself. Phil, you there?
Yeah, hello. My name is FILQ. Thanks for having me here, and I hope I will do good.
It's quite exciting. I'm happy to get you and Greg on to talk about your careers in editing and to talk about any upcoming movies that you may be working on. I know I'm excited to talk to you about an upcoming movie that you actually have already announced on Twitter. It started as a joke, but now has become a more serious project, but we'll get to that later. In the meantime, I think we're all sort of very interested in how you got your start. Who did you look up to growing up? How did you get involved with editing? Why don't you start from the beginning?
It was like early 2016 when I was just playing, CS with my friends, and I tried to do a frag movie out of it in Camtasia Studio, and it turned out really bad. I couldn't even synchronize the music to video, so it was just me trying to do something in Sony Vegas, but the results were pretty poor. I was looking up to MAKKU a lot because okay. I wasn't into frag movies as much as I am right now. So the only frag movie site I knew was, the frag movie place I knew was actually HLTV. So MAKKU was like my favorite, and I just sent, and he was Polish, so it was easier to contact him.
Right, of course. It's funny, before you continue, it's funny, the only place that you knew to go to for frag movies was HLTV.org, and historically speaking, they're not very well known for their frag movies. So to back up a little bit before you continue on, so you just sort of picked up editing or the desire to make frag movies just on your own? Or was there one specific frag movie that you watched and you're just like, I want to do that?
Back in 2014, when 15, sorry, because that's when I was playing CS for 1 year, and I just saw some Cloud9 frag movie made by Calle for sure, because I checked it last time, and I remember that I thought, oh my god, I didn't even know that it was called frag movie back then, so I just thought those movies are pretty cool, and I remember that I just joined on Overpass or something like this, and I was just had music in background, and I was just acting like I was doing frag movie,
Yeah. I used to do that myself when I was a teenager. So back in like 2002 or 2003, my friends and I, we would grab our favorite frag movie and we would have it playing in the background with like the soundtrack and everything, and we would go into a death match and we would death match to the soundtrack of a frag movie that we liked at the time. So MAKKU, that's very interesting. He was the very first person that sort of inspired you, and he was also became your peer, your coworker, for lack of better words. Why don't you tell us about that, actually, getting hired by HLTV.org?
I just sent MAKKU one of my frag movies, asked him for maybe not feedback, but of his opinion, if it's really bad or if it's good, if he likes it. And he responded that I've got some potential and I should keep going. He gave me some little few advices to what to do better next time. And I joked, maybe you can hire me for HLTV. And he said, yeah, I will ask and we will see what we can do. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? 3 days after this, he messaged me, okay, I got you into HLTV. We will do those clips. And the smaller clips, those 30 seconds. So just one action. I thought it's still cool. So I was just really happy about it.
How hyped were you when you got that message back?
I couldn't process it that it was... It
sure.
really, I thought it was
in dream, shock. So, you were floored, right? You never in your wildest dreams do you think you could work for such a huge site such as HLTV, but here you are.
And 6 months have passed. I started getting paid. I was like, damn, I was 15 back then, so it was like a lot of money for me, especially in my age, for doing something I love. For doing something you love and out of passion, and then you start getting paid. So it was like, what the fuck? I mean, I still feel like I'm a rookie and a beginner, even though it's like my 5th year in the esports scene, and I haven't really had a break since I started editing for HLTV, I haven't had a break that was longer than 2 weeks. So yeah, when I
Yeah,
just
make
watch
sure you
my
take care
movies.
of yourself, though. Make sure you take care of your mental health and your emotional health. We talk about that a lot
Yeah,
on
of
this
course. Yeah.
channel. Always make sure you give yourself some time to sort of like breathe and refresh yourself.
What I do to not get burned out from editing, I just like do some stuff for some time that is kind of similar, just not really tiring. So I don't get, so I get some time to chill, and this is just a pretty good balance for me. I just,
Yeah, that's smart. I like
yeah.
it. I like it. So, great topic that you just brought up, the major projects. That's an awesome segue. Why don't you tell us about how you came to start editing the top 20 movies for HLTV? And why don't you tell us a little bit about the recent one that you just released? Tell us about the style that you're going for and what your inspiration was and what did you aim to accomplish with that movie?
I wanted to do it. It's like the biggest project of HLTV every year. I'll get a lot of views, so I just wanted to do this, and they agreed. So yeah, the top 20 of 2018 was also had pretty positive feedback. Not the best one. Yeah, I had a lot of comments saying Vira is better, or just bring back brcho, MAKKU, and those comments. But it had a lot of views, so it's kind of pumps me up to see. Back in 2019, when I was editing, I just chose the songs from Monster Cat that was like a real hard style dump step that was just like going boom 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 boom. So yeah, the HLTV staff that decided that I have to remake it in like 1 week because the music was
Wow.
bad, not editing.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that they finally saw the movie and are just like, yeah, this music's not gonna quite cut it.
I think the version that was released, the second version of 2019 Top 20, was actually better than the first version I did
Well, that's
with
good.
this dubstep version. This year's Top 20 was kind of redemption for me, comeback, and I just wanted to make something great. I was preparing soundtrack for a whole year, and then, yeah, music was great for sure in Top 20. It was probably one of my favorite movies because editing it was really fun for me. I didn't like get tired from it. Yeah, the feedback is like I haven't seen a lot of. I mean, it's really hard to even find any negative comments on this movie. So yeah, it is definitely the greatest top 20 I've ever made, and the greatest feedback, and the one I will just remember the best.
I'm really happy for you. That's awesome that you got a chance to release something like this that received such good acclaim. I think that's a great outlook for your future, and I can't wait to see what you work on next. Speaking of what you're working on next, I would like to dive into something that you announced on Twitter. You gave us some sneak peeks. You gave us some screenshots of a reservoir of clips that you've already capped. Why don't you tell us about the Best of Brazil frag movie that you're working on? Where did that come from? Where did that stem from? I think it came from a meme, but I'm not quite sure. And who's it going to involve? Who's it going to feature? I think all of Brazil would like to know.
Yeah, I just saw the copy paste of some guy from Luminosity Gaming, so I just decided I will just make for fun tweet out of it, but about fragmovie, and Don Hatch retweeted it. I just got like thousands of followers in like 24 hours.
It was incredible.
Yeah. It was
you remember I made a comment about it, and I even copy pasted myself. It was absolutely insane what happened.
Yeah, and so after this reaction of Brazilian community, I just couldn't like deny it. You couldn't just tell them fuck off. I will not do it. I just thought I have to do it.
That's very respectable of you, because a lot of people would be like, "Fuck off! I got followers. I'm not doing it." But you're like, I gotta give them what they want. So this is very respectable. Have you started working on it already?
Yeah, I did, but I had kind of want to remake it because I used the song that I had to use in top 20. So yeah, I'm just gonna remake it with some other songs. I don't wanna reuse the song I already did use in some big movie, and I just wanna make it good. So I'm not gonna rush it. I'm just gonna keep editing it whenever I just feel like it, not to just finish it.
So why don't you give the fans a little taste of who's it gonna include? Tell me some of the stars that's gonna be in it.
So I just picked the best one frag from each player, from Furia, from Pain Gaming, from there was Godsend, from the most known Brazilian teams. I mean, the Brazilian community was really involved in it. I just saw. I mean, I got followed by the biggest pro players from Brazil. I mean, not the biggest, but some big names from Brazil. So I got a lot of help from Brazilian community.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit piece of advice. You know, just from experience, don't forget to include bolts because he'll wreck your life if you do. We still haven't recovered from when he brigaded our 2017 video. It's just we're still down bad from that. Before we go, I always ask everybody this. I'm sure everyone's sick and tired of it at this point, but where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What are your goals in the mid future?
I would for sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay. For sure, I would like to stay in esports, you know, because I just love doing it. What I would like to do maybe not is do those hero pieces we did for ESL. So it's not just fragmovie. It has got some fragments where like casters, some people from scene are involved in it, and they just talk something about the players. If the esports plan will not work out, I will just go into doing wedding videos because they are worthy. So yeah,
wedding videos. Phil, if you waste your talents on wedding videos, I will personally come to Poland. Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I live in small
city. Don't you dare move on to wedding videos. Your skills and your abilities and your vision are best suited elsewhere, mostly in esports. All right, Phil. Listen, thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, absolute pleasure talking to you. Was very excited about this interview. It took us quite a few weeks to get this thing planned, but here we are. We finally did it. I can't wait to see what you come out with next, and I'm sure everybody else is just as excited.
Thank you for having me once again. Yeah, I hope I delivered some good content for you.
You always do. You always do, my friend. All right, everybody. You know what to do. Like and subscribe. It's to the left, or it's like down here. Phil, help me out. Where are the like and subscribe buttons? It's like
it's like here. Yeah, something like this.
All right, listen to Phil. The guy knows what he's doing. All right, until next time, guys. I can't wait to see you. Wow, that was terrible. Let's do that again. All right, until next time, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.